What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's Tuesday. That means it's new comic book day, part one for most, maybe prequel for some, but new DC books are in, and there's a ton of them. I cannot wait to take a look at them. I've read most of them. We're not going to be spoiling anything today. There will be a giveaway. Got some brand new books to give away and something cool to touch on and throw into the giveaway as well that I didn't announce. There's some major DC news that dropped today, so there's a lot to talk about. Do not go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel while the intro plays. Huge shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out at their website, bigtimecollectibles.com. You can follow them on social media so that you don't miss out on any of the amazing drops. If you're a DC fan especially, they've been doing those foil symbol logo variants that are just absolutely amazing. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, Justin can take care of you. His link is in the description to all my videos. Let him know you found him via the channel. And as always, a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games. That's where I pick up all my new comic book day books. Fantastic shop. If you're ever in the area and you're looking at getting into comics or tabletop gaming, that's the spot to do it at. Right there. There's also a link in the description to their Facebook group. That's where they're most active. You can also find them on IG, but that Facebook group is where it's at. So in terms of news, comics, and giveaway, that's what we got to talk about today. So I'll show you what will be given away today. It's a wicked cover. So even if you're not reading the Night Terrors event that's kicking off, we're in the second week of right now, you cannot deny that there are some amazing banger covers. And we've got some amazing banger covers to give away. So we're going to say hey to the chat. Let some people have some time to roll in here. And clocking in early, Las Cruces, what is going on, brother? Got your package sent out to you. You won, I think you won this giveaway for last week. I think that's correct. Maybe the week before, something like that. William, what is going on? One of the channel members right there. Hope you're doing good today. Brian LCS is in the building. Hello, hello. Gary Woods, what is up? Remy Q, baby. Comic Verse, what is going on? Mr. Durs, hello, Mr. Durs. How are you today? Durs is a big Star Wars guy. There's a new Ahsoka trailer today that just looked fantastic. They can definitely cut a good trailer. We'll see how the show goes, though. We shall see. Pops, what is happening, my man? Hope you're doing good today, big guy. Flash by Night Comics is in the building. TJ, what's up? What's up? Dagger Cards, hello, hello. Sector 2815, what's up, brother? At night and early. I think the world may be ending. Yeah, I was on time. I did kick the stream a couple times back just to make sure I had enough time to get done with dinner and everything. Had fantastic dinner. We had cheeseburger quesadillas. We used ground beef and threw some pickles in there, and they were delicious. They were amazing. What is going on, Izzy? So that package, I put up a YouTube short yesterday where I spent $10 buying a book from Izzy, and he sent me a package as big as this desk. And I put the short up, and he asked me if I saw the art, and I didn't. I completely missed the art. I had to go back and watch my own video and see where it was just laying flat in the bottom of the package. So I got it out. I was looking at it yesterday and everything, like we went on overing it. And then today, probably about 2 hours ago when I went to move it, I realized there's actually two pieces of art. So that package is the gift that just keeps on giving. So I'm going to do a post or something with those art pieces, definitely to share those out. Oh, yeah, and this is his shirt too. Yeah, I got the Izzyverse shirt on. Izzy has a fantastic channel on IG. I rock with him over there. I'm one of his channel members. Awesome, awesome. He does a lot of con stuff, a lot of cons. Like I think they create cons just for him to be able to go to. What is going on, Gap After Dark? Hope you're doing good. Evening, couching and slouching with C Bizzle. Hector, what is happening, my man? Hello, hello. Esteban, what is up? Hi, everybody. I was wondering what happened to the live show earlier. I was at the lake. The wife and I were both off, and we went to the lake with the kids. That's what the you see a little hair, little tan line there. Got a little bit of sun, not much. Got a little bit of sun. It was a blast though. I'm super ready for bed already. KBDM, what is happening? Hope you're doing good today. It was absolute fire, Mark. Yeah, I knew you would say that. I can show you an actual pile of crap, and if I write Star Wars on it, you would love it. I love you, Durs. I love you. Dinner time with the Legion. Yeah, it was delicious. HeroesCon 2024, baby. I cannot wait. Already dreaming about it. I can't get here quick enough. Larry, what is going on? El Green Machine is in the building. The Ahsoka trailer looks great. I just love seeing the Rebels characters. Mark needs to get on Rebels. I told you I'm going to watch it. I'll get there one day. I'll get there. And I like that they actually referenced Rebels in this new trailer today. The trailer looked fantastic. It really did. Like, I'm not even going to flex or anything. It looked really good. It looked awesome getting to see people actually use lightsabers. Seeing all those red lightsabers was wicked. Daredevil NYC, hope you're doing good this evening. How are you today? I've read some of the Night Terrors issues and really enjoy them. I have read 100% of the Night Terror issues, and I gotta say, I'll tell you shortly. Aggressively relaxing, what is happening? Happy DC Day. I'm cooking fish on St. Simon. Dude, you went early, man. You got there way too early. I will be leaving here. I'll be leaving here in like 1 week and 3 days to head that way. So I doubt you'll still be there, but I wish you were. E-Man, my man, what it do is going to have, is it tomorrow you have your big interview, E-Man? Drop that info down in the chat. It might be tonight. He's on the West Coast, so time's very relative. Mr. Austin LeMay, what is going on? How are you? Soka trailer with fire. Can't wait. Watching Mission Impossible tomorrow. Yeah, I went and saw it last night. I put up a spoiler-free short this morning of it. It was amazing. It was really good. Do I think it was the best Mission Impossible? It wasn't my favorite Mission Impossible. That series, that franchise just continues to just keep building more and more momentum. So yeah, I highly recommend seeing it. It's not a secret, it's a part one, but I think in this situation it really plays to the strength of the movie. But I absolutely loved it. I wish I had the time just to be able to go watch movies as much as I want in theaters, but I would definitely see it again on the big screen. I highly recommend seeing it on the biggest screen you can find. You do look really red, Mark. Do I? I can't tell with this light shining on me, and I'm looking at a computer. I ought to look on my phone. My wife was looking at me like, you need some aloe? I'm like, no. She goes, you need some aloe. I'm like, I don't feel like I need aloe, so I just can't see how I look. What is going on, JLS Comics? Hope you're doing good this evening. Good to see you. Yeah, Soka does look incredible. I hope it is. Hulk Collector 82, what's up, Kevin? How are you today? The guy playing Thrawn looks really good. Yeah, they showed him that little clip, and it kind of held him there on the screen for a while. It looked good. Mark, I haven't watched Rebels either. Keep telling myself I'm going to watch them. Yeah, I'm going to tell myself that till I'm blue in the face, or till Esteban just tells me in like 4 sentences everything I need to know about it. I would ask aggressively relaxing, but he can't do it in 4 sentences. He does it and tries to do it in like 14,000 sentences, and I can't keep up. Him or Rob, too much context, all the details. I just want the cliff notes, just the cliff notes. The Neighborhood Merc, what is up? Finally able to catch a live show. Yeah, happy for you to be here. It's a good one to catch. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Hanging out with John Jang is tonight on the C-List Villains podcast, and there's the link. I hope you're a mod. I can't tell from looking at it on the StreamYard end. Are you a moderator? E-Man, let's see. Yeah, you're a moderator. Okay. Making sure your link worked. So everybody hit that link down below, because not only are they having John on, who's, as E-Man says, a friend of the channel, I would go a step further, say he's your friend. He's not just a friend of your channel, but John's going to be doing a special giveaway. I'm not going to do any more details to it or anything like that. Just know that there'll be really a one-of-a-kind opportunity. So be at that podcast live stream. So if you listen to the C-List Villains on Spotify, you're going to need to go over to their YouTube channel and watch it there so you can see what's happening and really engage to the fullest and participate in the giveaway. You do not want to miss it. I promise you. I'm going to miss it, because E-Man's a jerk and he knows that I want nothing more than to be there. So he intentionally sets it for like 3 a.m. my time. So E-Man just didn't want me there. I see how it goes. About to rewatch Rebels myself, Mark. I got you next week. I appreciate it, but I don't know if you can get me. I've seen how you ask questions and answer questions from Guess That Key. I'm gonna need Esteban to do it. Short, simple, straight to the point. Blue Beetle trailer dropped today. I guess we can touch on that first. That was part of the big news for today. The second trailer for the brand new Blue Beetle movie dropped today, and we got a lot more content in this new trailer. We actually got to see Carapax in his armor. We get to see more of Blue Beetle, of Jaime kind of communicating with the Beetle suit and doing some of the little feats, pulling out the guns, fighting some battles. It looks fun. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think that this is going to be like a banger. I do not think people are going to walk out of there going, that was like the best movie of the year, best superhero. I think they're going to walk out saying that was fun. And it does look fun. I keep in mind, this movie was originally written and slated to be released on HBO Max. So I don't know if that would play into a factor of like, any kind of difference in it being originally intended for the silver screen or originally intended for Max. But after like the Flash, I'm definitely trying to manage expectations. And after this year, the past 2 years, I'm really just enjoying stuff outside of superhero stuff so much more, like Maverick, Avatar, Mission Impossible, Transformers. I don't know. I think that for me the fatigue is real. Like, I know that people debate that like it's not superhero fatigue if they were just better quality, but I honestly think that it is, because even with comics, you have times where you find yourself reading more and reading less kind of thing. The books are the same books, but we'll see. What time is it happening, E-Man? But what did everybody else think of that new trailer? I'm kind of behind on Mission Impossible. I think the last one I saw in theaters is the fourth one. I like that one. Maybe I'll do Mission Impossible catch up someday. I believe the fourth one was Ghost Protocol when they first brought in Jeremy Renner. And now number 3 was fantastic. J.J. Abrams' Mission Impossible 3 was absolutely amazing. But when they brought in Jeremy Renner on Ghost Protocol is when the franchise really turned on its head and became so much bigger, so much faster. That was it. I think number 3 set a standard that they thought would be impossible to beat, and they just continue to beat it. But Mission Impossible Fallout, I don't know what it is about it, but Mission Impossible Fallout for me is just like the sum of everything that came before, and having Henry Cavill in there, and it was wicked. I need to watch Mission Impossible with Cal. Yeah, that's Fallout. Fallout is amazing. You're only really red on top part of your face. So much for that hat trying to cover your face. I didn't wear the hat in the lake, Esteban. I swam in the lake. Dude, there was like this lake, right? It's like a private lake that they opened to the public, and it's been there for like decades. It's called Richardson's Lake, if anyone wants to look it up. But it's like something out of the 80s. It has like floating docks, and it has like old school slides and 2 high dives, and it was just, man, it was so fun. It felt like I was in like a 1980s slasher flick. I was just waiting on a little mutated kid to jump up and grab me, like in the end of Jason. Love you anyways, Mark. Yeah, your Showtime say otherwise, E-Man. So we'll see. I haven't seen the Blue Beetle trailer yet. Yeah, there's 2 of them. So you want to check out the one from today. And the Wonka trailer starring, what is his name? Like, golly, the kid from Dune, the main star of Dune. It's like something Charlemagne or something. Timothy Chalamet, blah, blah, blah. He's playing a young Willy Wonka coming into his own and establishing himself and his factory. The trailer looked magical. I'm not going to lie. It releases this Christmas. I think we need to start seeing that was fun in a more positive light. It seems like everything is either banger or dud. Yeah, I think that was fun as a way for people to say they enjoyed it, but they kind of realize that the quality is not there. I think that was fun is not a high enough standard to walk out of a movie with. Like, I like bad movies. Like, there's plenty of movies that I know are bad that have no right for the general public to be well received, but I have fun with them. It'll be tonight at 8 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern. Really? Yeah, 11 p.m. real time. Thank you, Remy. Real time. Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible was the reason for Superman's face. That was the mustache. Yeah, he was filming that when they did the reshoots for Justice League. What is going on, Zars? Hope you're doing good today. Never get tired of comic anything. I used to think I wouldn't. I don't get tired of like comic fandom, but thankfully it's a vast hobby. So if I'm just like frustrated or boogered with the movies or the shows or something, I just find myself spending less time with, like, Secret Invasion didn't do nothing for me. I'm done watching it. I don't think it's bad. It's fun. Actually, it's not fun. That's my thing. It's not fun, and the dialogue doesn't do nothing for me. The show itself doesn't do nothing for me. It's too vanilla. It's too plain, just bland. Not feeling it. I might go back and watch like clips down the road or something. Mission Impossible series is awesome, and Tom Cruise is a monster at doing his own stunts. Yeah, he's one of a kind. Like, there's never been anyone like that guy before. And it's crazy because he's crazy. Like, he's absolutely Looney Tunes. It's been known that this man has been Looney Tunes for 3 decades. And I don't just mean with the stunts that he uses. I mean, like, Tom Cruise is crazy. But somewhere along the way, during an era of cancer culture and everything else, we've all just come to terms with, this guy's awesome. And I'll tell you, I went to the early access one showing last night. There was just like one theater, one showtime, early access to watch it early. And it was packed. It was absolutely packed. I've gone to like the first showing of everything I've seen this summer, and I've not seen a theater with that many people in it in years. Like, it was packed. The dude draws a crowd. It blows my mind. I think he absolutely worth it. I enjoy him. I go watch his movies. I don't know what it is about them that he just can still draw a crowd. I remember when movie stars used to do that. People were like, Johnny Depp's in a movie. I'm going to go see the new Johnny Depp movie. What is it? I don't remember, but Johnny Depp's in it. It's the same thing with Tom Cruise. Now, he did go through a little era there, like we needed Oblivion and Edge of Tomorrow. He had plenty of movies that didn't do $1 billion, but the dude he's batting 1,000. Dr. Von Hoot, what is happening, my man? Hope you're doing good. Gary Wood. Yep. Hope you're doing good this evening, sir. Yes, sir. Is he maybe Raimundo's? Oh, man, you lost me. Hoot. There it is. Out of everything I thought you would love, Secret Invasion is one of them. Big surprise you already know. I thought I'd enjoy it too, but they're not. The writers aren't good at the genres. You don't just get to say it's a spy genre and that makes it good. That being the genre does not make it good. But yeah, they lost me with just how horribly put together it is. It was that scene with Don Cheadle and Nick Fury in the restaurant when the dialogue was just broken and talking past each other. Just like, dude, what is this? Who's more nuts, Nick Cage or Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise, absolutely. I don't think anyone's as crazy as that guy, at least not in like the actor, celebrity star sector. Think about it. That dude is Looney Tunes, guys. But I think it works in his favor. Clearly, it works in his favor. Yeah. I love Edge of Tomorrow too. That one was amazing. Start over unless you're talking about Nighty Night. Taylor, we will not talk about Night Terrors. We talked about a little bit about the Blue Beetle trailer. There wasn't much to talk about. It's just a trailer. I thought it looked good. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm managing expectations, especially after all the other movies that have been dropping this summer. So I want to go into it and have a blast. So I'm trying to keep myself toned down, but it does look fun. It looks really fun. I hope it's good. It looks lighthearted. It looks funny. It's got a rocking soundtrack from the sound of it. The special effects look really good in it, better than what we've seen elsewhere this summer. And God, the special effects in that Ahsoka trailer looked amazing. I don't know what it is about the Star Wars franchise. Whoever does the VFX for them, light years better than who they have doing the VFX for the MCU stuff. I'm not into the spy genre stuff, hence why I never have watched Mission Impossible. Just a nice, refreshing show. Mission Impossible is not. I don't know. It's hard to compare the two, man. Just I don't know. Spy stuff. Just go watch like a Soderbergh movie. Like he does some good stuff. Go watch Haywire. That was a shockingly good one. I honestly think Secret Invasion is a drag. It is. I can understand what Mark is coming from. I'm just waiting for something to excite me, and it's not there yet. I like the first few Mission Impossible. Yeah, and dude, they only get better as they go. House of L Comics is in the chat. What is going on, my man? How are you doing? So before we talk about other stuff, the giveaway for today is, and not limited to, Zatanna, this beautiful variant. I don't know who did it. It almost looks Derek Chewish to me, but I honestly have no clue. Let me see. Variant cover by Kendrick Lynn. But for the giveaways, you got to go with some of these gorgeous variants that DC's putting out for the Nighty Night, as Taylor Winter would say. And then also, because Liam Sharp, in my mind, is just an absolute gotta-grab artist. He had a cover for Night Terror's Robin today, and it's wicked. You got to read it to really understand the context of this Night Terror, but gorgeous, wicked cover by Liam Sharp. Absolutely love his stuff. And because Durs is in the chat, we're going to give away, I'm just going to throw in one of these manga samplers. Now, these were just sent to the shop for free. There's actual like reading material stuff in there. So I know there's a lot of comic fans that are big manga fans as well. So I'm going to throw one of those in the back, one of these backer boards when I send it out. So you can check that out too. But we'll give that away toward the end of the stream. Now let's start looking at some books. And then there's a big news announcement to talk about. Huge. What is going on, three good nerds? Hope you're doing good today. Star Wars whole brand is, we gave AV nerds too much money. Yeah, but it looks fantastic. Like the realism of the ships and everything flying through the air. Good gosh. It's wild. And yeah, so let's hit some books and then we'll go back to talking about some news stuff. I had no idea that was a thing. Did that drop this week? Yeah. Sorry I'm late. Did you hear about? Yeah, we definitely didn't. We'll bring all that up here in just shortly. But those are the two giveaway books. So today, first pickup of the day, and I think it was like the main book coming out this week, and it's the first official issue of Night Terrors. This releasing that they do is just convoluted and unnecessary. Last week we had Night Terrors First Blood. Now we have Night Terrors number 1. this is just Night Terrors number 2. They should have never done the First Blood thing and then called this number 1. It's just going to confuse people. You'll have people who miss the first part because they're waiting for number 1. Stupid marketing strategy. It sounds like an anti-marketing strategy, but all in all, this is a good book. The main body of this event is already just really good. It's dealing with the darker tones, supernatural stuff, the magic characters, Justice League Dark stuff. Deadman is our Sherpa through this event, and that's fantastic. Boston Brand is awesome, and this picks up right where that last issue left off and dives into a lot of context, a lot of information. They're already doing a massive exposition dump. So if you're wondering about Night Terrors and you didn't get First Blood, and you kind of were gonna, like, this is the one that you would get to kind of know the really what's what. This is the what's what book already. I think they should have held it for longer, but there's a big what's what drop in that. And I got this, what are they calling these? The blacklight variants. I got the blacklight variant for it, but surprise, surprise, this is an error book. There was apparently these were supposed to be held back and they're sending replacements because if you look at last week's, they're supposed to be blue, pink, and green. And the green, like where this is brown, that was supposed to be green like that. So I have the error print. So we got that nice little error print of that. And it's Ivan Reis cover art, which is fantastic, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it? Yeah, it's Ivan Reis cover art. Love me some Ivan Reis. So I've been grabbing those blacklight ones because I intend on putting them into like the Legion loot for the channel members.
You know my old train that I used?
And what is it? Yeah, out there. Oh, that's not to that track. Yeah, I remember that train. Does it need batteries?
Mm-hmm.
Does it take batteries?
I don't know.
Does it have an on and off button?
This?
What does it do?
These back wheels.
Does it work?
No.
Okay.
It's too hard for me to turn it.
No. Night Terrors reminds me of the 90s Marvel annual event.
Right.
Which one? I don't know which one you are referring to. Between this and Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, I assume Williamson can write. But he may be a marketing guy, gal. Yeah, he's a guy. And yeah, I don't know. He did that Lazarus Planet thing as well, right? That was his baby. And this ties back to Lazarus Planet. Not in a massive way. You don't have to read Lazarus Planet to read this, but there are some hanging on-ins. So for the tie-ins today, you saw that the Robin book came out. You saw that the Zatanna book came out. And I'll be honest with you, both of them are decent. Like Zatanna was really good, and very. I don't know. That one was a meaty one that really ties in and lends to the main story, the main event book. Robin, you can skip it unless you really like Robins. And then in that case, it's kind of like what my gripe with the Joker book was. It did its little Night Terror trick and then it just repeated it till the book ended. But the difference with this one than the Joker one, it's actually kind of an emotional hit moment for the characters featured in it. Because the characters featured in this actually have like a past. They have relationships with other characters in their history. They're not like the Joker's just devoid of any kind of relationship. He's just a psycho, so there's nothing to really do with that character. So there was if you're into Robins, it's definitely worth the read. But if not, I wouldn't go out and grab that one just to try to keep up or anything. If you're wondering what really matters and what doesn't, that one does it. So art changes. That's just the First Blood, dude. And I had Eternal Comics on Instagram. He messaged me saying the same thing. The art in Night Terrors, the Kenny Porter art, that was just in that First Blood book. And he's probably going to do the Omega book. You know, you have 4 issues of Night Terrors, but you have First Blood and then one at the end. I don't know if Kenny Porter's doing both of those, but you have 3 different artists working in the pages of this one, and this looks light years better. So the next of the tie-in books, I pulled Shazam. So this one I went with the A cover, and it's going into PC, going into the run. Night Terror Shazam. Not bad. We focus on Mary Marvel in this one, and that is not Black Adam. That is in fact Billy. You get a little bit of Billy. It's pretty decent. Mark Waid wrote it. He's writing the main story, so he can definitely write these characters. It really turns at the end. It really amps up at the end of it. Like, it gets brutal. This one gets super brutal at the end. But I enjoyed it. The Flash, I like this one a lot. I don't know who wrote this. Something Packnadell. Don't know who that is. But this was fantastic. Yeah, I like this one a lot. dealing with some like the way that they present his dream sequence in this, because they're all been forced to sleep by our villain, and he's scouring their mind for this uh, nightmare stone, this item that he needs. They all experience these dreams a little bit differently. For the most part, they all know they're in a dream, unless you're Poison Ivy. That book just should not have existed. But the way that the Flash experiences his dream has to do with how he experiences the world because he's a speedster. And I thought that that was brilliant. And the way that we moved through the book made this one unique compared to the rest of them. And I really appreciated that a lot. It definitely was a solid book. The art in it was awesome. And we get plenty of Flash family characters. So it felt good, especially after that Jeremy Adams run. It just felt on point. Howard Porter was the artist for First Blood. I didn't feel it either. He was trying something different. From what I understand, Howard Porter had an accident or a wreck, and he absolutely shattered his drawing arm. So now that it's healed back up, he's drawing again, but now his art looks completely different. Let's see. Gary said, Mark, you think DC is really good at the darker stuff in their comics? I do. I think they definitely handle it good. I think that they, because they have so much young talent in there, I think they have a lot of talent that's come to work for them since like that whole narrative started. You know, like with the movies, like when the general public, when the non-nerds really started getting into comic books as well, like because the movies are like Marvel does the funny, DC does the darker stuff. And then you have all these creators that come in and they feel like they have to do darker stuff. You don't. Look what Jeremy Adams did with The Flash. Look what he's already touching on with Green Lantern. I think Jeremy Adams is the perfect person to spotlight. Look what Philip Kennedy Johnson's doing with Superman. It doesn't have to be darker. You can still tell the same stories, but I think that's just like they're expected to do it, so they do it kind of thing. So we had Dark Crisis, we had Justice League Incarnate dealing with that stuff before that. We had Lazarus Planet. Let's just get like another like 1 minute war type thing. That was a whole invasion happening, and it wasn't like dark in tone and nature. I was wishing Justice League Dark would come back. Ron B crushed that little micro run, and they keep teasing them. They keep not just teasing them. I mean, they exist in this universe. We're going to use them, but they keep making sure that we're still reminded as readers that they are there. I fully believe that this is probably the event that they were leading up to. Keep in mind, Merlin is still out there waging war on all magic in DC. They just kind of left that hanging because Ron B did that last little Justice League Dark run in the back pages of the Justice League proper book. And it ended with the Justice League Dark Annual where they went to go try to face off with him. They completely lost to Merlin. So where's he at? He needs to get brought back in. And that's an event in itself, them trying to deal with Merlin and shut him down or him showing up to just take him out. When we saw them in Dark Crisis, they were licking their wounds from it. So they need to get back on it. We do see Justice League Dark characters. We check in with them during this event, during regular ongoing stuff. Detective Chimp and Zatanna were in the books last week. And they're back again. Marvel is doing an event and annuals now called Contest of Chaos. Hard pass for me. Howard Porter was the artist for First Blood. I didn't feel that. That was Contest of Chaos. I wonder if that has anything to do with that X-Men Unforgiven book. I bought this X-Men Unforgiven John Jang exclusive where they look like vampires or something. I don't know. They have something like DC versus vampires or DC style going on with X-Men. At least they did on the cover of X-Men Unforgiven. I consider the whole Carnage, Venom, and Miles thing going on in its own mini event. They're all building towards something big, aren't they? Yeah, they're building toward like the big Death of the Venomverse thing or something like that. And Carnage is like amped up right now, right? I'm not familiar with Alex. I think Pac Nadell, but a couple of community members love him. Yeah, he did. Dude, it's solid book, super solid. DC is king of supernatural, hence Sandman, Hellblazer, Swamp Thing, Animal Man. Bring back Vertigo, RIP. And we don't need the Vertigo imprint anymore the way comics are now. We don't need something to delineate what's for older audience or younger. They all pretty much just read at your own risk these days. And I like that you mentioned Sandman in there because it's no secret from the cover and all the solicitations. Sandman is important in this Night Terrors event, and we'll leave it at that. Be sure to check out Night Terrors this week. Swampy and Hulk are my favorites. Never enough. Okay. Little pew pew. Hulk is my favorite Marvel character by far. Swamp Thing's up there on the food chain for me. Happy new DC Day, Kyle. How are you doing today? What is up? What is up? Let's see what we got next. And this was another good one. This was interesting. So we do have Jeremy Adams working on the Night Terror books for his own book. Most of these, you have other creators coming in working on these 2-issue Night Terror events happening, but Jeremy Adams is in fact doing his Green Lantern one, which makes sense because out of all the books that we led into Night Terrors, this was the only one that was the smooth segue in there. So I guess because he knew exactly what he was doing, but this was fun. It's kind of almost like him showing that he did take a history lesson of Green Lantern before he started writing this title, kind of showcases a little bit of stuff and packages it in a very entertaining and interesting way. And the backup story in this one, we had featuring Sinestro, Shards of the Looking Glass Part 1, which is kind of the same exact thing that they were doing with Hal, but we also do it with Sinestro, which was fantastic because it's playing into the main story. This might be a Night Terror tie-in, but if you're pulling Green Lantern, this is mandatory pull for your regular run. This is our first time, other than issue 1, seeing Sinestro in the bar. Knowing that he's present, this is our first time getting story page content with Sinestro. It is canon. It does play to the main story. You got to pick this up if you're pulling Green Lantern. You've been warned. You've been told. And street level Sinestro, as Flash by Night calls him, is cool. It's really, really dope. Digging that. On to a couple of phenomenal books here. Well, this one, Wildcats. I'm way behind on Wildcats. I've only read like the first 4. I just started putting them off to the side, assuming it was only going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and it's up to number 9 now. So I really do need to get caught up on that beautiful Grifter and Zealot cover right there. But I love me some Wildcats, thanks to being an 80s baby. You know, I grew up with that Wildcat show. Wildcats. It was fantastic. All right, next up, and I haven't read these yet. We're now getting into the last 2 that I haven't read. Superman Lost, number 5 of 10 from Christopher Priest. Look at that cover. Look at it. Will you just look at it? Look at it. That is a beautiful cover. So I'm kind of curious now. We've got Wonder Woman on the cover. Is this taking place during his space odyssey, or is this like in the events that happened that sent him through the cosmos? Because from what we were led to believe up until this point, that he wasn't around anybody he knew, but I guess he could make contact with him and get broken off from them. But I'm curious to see how Diana gets brought into this and where she plays a role in it. Definitely interested in that. Oh, Dream or Daniel? First time reading Green Lantern in my life. Loving it so far and need more. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I think Dr. Von Hood is onto something here. So I'm assuming you're talking about Night Terrors. I think they're totally about to just pull in. I was talking about Wesley Dodd's Sandman, the Golden Age Sandman. But they are totally opening the door wide open to bring in the actual Sandman stuff, you know, Dream and Death. Yeah, that's definitely coming, I believe. Let's see what we got here. Street level Sinestro. Yeah, it was TJ who coined that phrase. Love the Lost cover. Yeah, dude, it is fantastic. I'm excited to read that. I burned through the Night Terror stuff first, and I got one other book over here that's not Night Terrors I read that might be the book of the week so far. That cartoon I watch constantly. Yeah, in the toys, man, getting Warblade and changing out all the hands with the blades was awesome. What is going on? Geek out with Roscoe. Lost is my top Superman book. Dude, it's hard to pick a top Superman book. It's like, what's your favorite Superman book? Probably the last one I read, whether it be the John Kent issue, the Superman proper, Action, Lost. They're amazing. I am dropping Steelworks. It just ain't hitting for me. And then probably dropping Superboy Man of Tomorrow. I think I've already dropped that one. Prime Time with Legion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People just saying the hellos. They're going to mess up Dream. I don't know. It's Joshua Williamson, man. Williamson really hasn't messed anything up yet. You know what I mean? Like, he's done some really good stuff, and he's done some stuff that is all right, but he just really hasn't messed anything up. And if they only bring him in as like a hammer drop, you know, don't try to make him like one of the key characters running through the plot of the story. Just bring him in as a hammer drop, like a big, holy crap, this is the end of the thing. What are we going to do? And then boom, Dream comes in, and then get him in, show him off, get him out. And that would be a moment, wouldn't it? That would be a moment. Dream would be cool to see him in, yeah. Indeed, Night Terrors, Dream and Death for sure. Yeah, you might want to. Y'all might want to read Zatanna, Dr. Von Hoot. It came out, the one that came out today. You might want to read Zatanna, see what you think. Tynion on Dream would be not a hard pass. No, sir. Not for me. I don't much care for Tynion. I love Department of Truth. Absolutely love it. And what's the other one? Nice House on the Lake. I love that one. And yeah, that's it. I'm jaded from his Batman run, to be honest with you. I think he's a fantastic writer, and how he juggles as much as he does, I have no clue. But I'm completely jaded from his Batman run. I don't want him working at DC anymore. Plus, he's best when he's doing his own stuff. But I think he would be a good fit for it, especially after reading Nice House and Department of Truth. I don't know where he sits down to study and research and story plot what he does. That's the part I don't understand. It's just mind-boggling. All right, next up. One that I typically save for the last read of the pile whenever it comes in, and I just sit there and I savor it. And that's none other than Tom King and Jorge Fornes, Danger Street. This is issue number 7. We're already up to 7 out of 12. Beautiful Manhunter cover right here. Looks like he's creeping through the water and something lurking behind him. It might be an octopus, but there's only 5 legs, so we don't know. This issue is titled The Creeper. I like how the issue titles never match who's on the cover. And one thing that's fantastic about this is like just the balancing, like I was talking about Tynion, the way that TK is balancing these characters and this narrative that's running through all of this stuff. So we're kind of at a precipice here, and it's blowing my mind that we're at 7 issues already. But like it seems like everything's already coming to a head. So I feel like there's going to be an unexpected shift, like a complete direction shift. Now that everyone's here, the line's been drawn, most of the green team is dead. You know, Orion's here facing off with Warlord. Like it's just it doesn't seem like there's too many places left to go. Like we have the Assassin and the Manhunter have not faced off yet, so I'm hoping that we get that here in this issue, but we'll see. That's the one I was trying to think of. Wind. I never read that one. He did a good job with Nightmare Country. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't pick that one up. Is he gliding? Whoa! His wings popped out. That was pretty cool. I liked it. Did you really read Zatanna, or did you skip all the books backwards out? I did not, because for those that are not a fan of reading words backwards, which is like all of Zatanna's dialogue, casting spells, spoiler alert, when it says next issue, to be continued in, the title of the next issue is backwards. But there wasn't a lot of it. There really wasn't a lot of it. Get the wings out. Nice. Yeah, but it was solid. It was super good, to be honest with you. It was one of the better ones from this week. What is Danger Street about? How long do you have? So basically, Warlord and Starman, the blue one, decide to steal Dr. Fate's helmet. And they decide to take it out into the desert and open a boom tube, because they think between the two of them with the helmet, they can take out Darkseid, thus earning them a place on the Justice League of America. That plan goes very south. While they were doing this at the same time in the same little dunes, the Dingbats of Danger Street, the Jack Kirby created characters from the 70s, just a little street gang, kind of like the Newsboy Legions kind of deal. They were out there joyriding. And when they opened the boom tube, Darkseid did not come through, but Atlas, another one of Jack Kirby's character creations, did. And in the process, numerous people died. So now you have Highfather and Darkseid coming for people on Earth. Now you have Lady Cop investigating the death of one of these kids. Now you have Warlord and Starman on the run trying to correct their error and probably just about to make it worse. It does involve digging up a corpse, by the way. And then on top of all of that, you have the Green Team, the shadowy organization of what looks like kids trying to control and rule the world from the look of it. And while Manhunter has been sent to take them out, and you have the Creeper like kind of in bed with them unknowingly to him, because he's like in daytime he's a newsman. It's watching all these people's stories converge at the same time. It's wild. It's kind of like that movie Crash, but with superheroes. Danger Street is Tom Kingster Baton. That is, what is that? Kingsturbation. Oh, there we go. Danger Street is Tom Kingsturbation at its finest. I would give that to Batman Catwoman, that series, but yeah, it's about a bad neighborhood. Zatanna is the original backmasking before rock music made it popular. Yeah. And if you guys are ever wondering what that is, check out the Y-Files right here on YouTube. They did a fantastic episode dedicated to it that would blow your mind. I thought I missed this at 5. Yeah, I originally set the stream when I set it last night or this morning. I set it for 5. I kind of do it as a placeholder. Tuesdays, it's always approximate, or I kind of just set the stream up and then try to get it closer as the day goes, depending on how the day goes. I'm off from work and got the kids, and we went and had a fantastic lake day and had dinner. So this is when it worked out. I usually skip the dialogue of Zatanna when it's backwards because the images always explain it for me. I never thought about that, and I've been complaining about it the past 2 days or 3 days now when I've been talking to Sector, but I can't skip it. I don't know why. As soon as I see it, I sit there and I have to like stop reading the story and break the whole flow of it to read it backwards. You can't read it back. I can, but it's so difficult. I just like to be able to read through it. I think just an asterisk, like put her spells in quotations and just put the words like normal with an asterisk and at the bottom of the page, spoken backwards, casting spells. That simple. I just might have to read Danger Street. Sounds interesting. It is, and it's a meaty read. You get your money's worth with it. It's not like one of these 3-minute one and done books. The art is fantastic in it. Taylor Winder is not a fan of that style of storytelling, or it's Tom King'd out right now. But it's fantastic. But then again, I don't think I've read a bad Tom King book. Haven't read all this stuff, but I've read a lot of it, and I really like his stuff. Welcome back, William. Welcome back. Hoot. I watch that show or listen. How can I get my comic to you for a review? You can hit me up on IG. I'll have to just Instagram. We can talk over there. I don't typically do too many like indie comic reviews because you do one and then I don't take this the right way, but you do one and then like just everybody starts messaging you. One time I reviewed a single issue book on this channel, and the next week I had at least 10 people messaging me, and I don't mind doing it. I just feel real guilty. So now I have I have 3 books over here that I need to kind of do that to, and I feel like it's not fair to not give them proper justice, and time is very scarce for me. Despite just sitting here hanging out, this is part of what I do on this channel on Tuesdays. But I would love to try to help you out, but no promises. No promises. That at worst case scenario, I can read it and include it in the Sunday night show. I had one person that I was doing that with this stuff, and he actually complained. I'm like, for real, dude, you reached out to me, asked me to review your stuff, and I did it, and you said, don't do it like that, do it this way, just do a video with just it. But as long as you're cool with that being the worst case scenario, that I review it on my Sunday live show, which is like the premiere show on the channel, I'll be fine to try to help you out. Hecklefish, yes sir. Y-Files for the win. I have no problem reading backwards. No, I just yeah. It's not easy with Zatanna stuff, man. Words after words after words. Here we go. Here's Taylor. I was waiting on that. Tom King usually reads better collected. I absolutely agree. Reading him monthly is infuriating. Yeah, you know what wasn't bad though? His Supergirl wasn't bad because he wasn't juggling multiple characters in different places at the same time. It was just that straight narrative that he did. And that was probably his best work he's done, like the past handful of years at least. I know Bill Everly's artwork definitely helped, but just like I don't know. He tries to be complex, and he can do complex, and he does complex well, but not everybody's looking for complex all the time. But that's why it's good that there's not 50 writers like him. It's just that's the only book I have like that in my whole stack this week. I got like 15 books. I've read 11. You've read 11 what, Flo? 11 what? It's called Rorschach. Yeah, Rorschach Flo did not like. That was kind of a bait and switch with the Rorschach thing. Did I miss Scott? I think I missed Scott. I don't know. Oh, Scott. You could just be stopped with Taylor Winder is not a fan. Yeah, probably. Yeah. In reference to anything really. So I got one more book that I'm really excited to show off. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Tony, I know someone who can review your book. Yeah, dude, I would hit up Izzy too. If you know somebody, he probably does. I actually just did one of those today, Mark, but it was a book I went out of my way to back and yeah, that makes sense. I just feel guilty. Like if I don't get it out, it just makes me feel bad. And like I know people put all this effort and time and everything in their heart and their love and their passion in these books. And I just feel like am I letting them down kind of thing. Just need a mirror. Yeah, that's it. That was the idea. I know that my wife has a hand mirror. That's the trick. That is it. Here, try this. Taka. Come on, man. what are those called? What is it called? Like the word Hannah is spelled the same way forward and backwards. Is it an anagram? I forget what they're called. Thanks for helping me out, Mark. I'm new to a lot of DC books, and your suggestions help me out to find good reads. Yeah, Danger Street is not like the rest. Tom King is not like the rest, and it's good to have one of the report. It's good to have stuff like that to help balance your collection. So here we go. The last one. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've got Danger Street and Superman Lost, which both are like super top tier books for me, for my taste, for what I like. But this right here, same book, different covers. This right here shocked me. I was thinking about even skipping it. Completely on board. And as whimsical and lighthearted as it is, I was super shocked with it. But it's none other than Mark Waid's World's Finest, Teen Titans, issue 1. That's right. We have 2 ongoing Teen Titan books now. We have the main book, Titans, written by Tom Taylor. If you're not reading World's Finest, you're missing out on probably one of the most consistently good monthly books that release on comic shelves across the board. Mark Waid, Dan Moore's art is amazing. So we have a brand new book that spins out of the pages of World's Finest. So World's Finest takes place in an unspecific time in the past. That means like Dick Grayson is still Robin. They can do the character designs how they want. Batman's in gray and blue. They're not shackled down to current continuity. They're telling their own stories. And one thing they do fantastic is a huge cast of characters, tons of guest appearances, and huge stories. That's even the book. It's so important that's what embedded the Devil Nazar into comics, and they did Lazarus Planets off the back of World's Finest, which he was like a demon that they put away decades ago that was awakened, and that caused Lazarus Planet. But anyways, the Teen Titans made a guest appearance in there when they had a character who was a major twist character called Thunder Lad or Lightning Lad or something. He was very temporary, but he plays a huge part in DC Comics history. And they have the Titans in those issues, and now we're getting a spinoff title. So Teen Titans. This goes back to the early days of the team. And when I say the early days, I'm talking Teen Titans issue number 1 takes place in this issue. Not the whole issue, but you got to check it out. This was so good. The artwork in it was fantastic. Chris Samnee's on the cover art, but Lou Pacino is doing the arts, and it says Belair, so I'm assuming that's Jordy Belair doing the colors. But this was so fun. This was so good. Even having some of like the modern day tropes of like the social media thing didn't feel insufferable or bad, and it actually was a point of strife on the team and everything. But I'm very excited to see where this goes. Yeah, I know, but it's what you'd have to see it. You'd have to see what I'm talking about, and it was like Thunder Lad, or it was something. It was like a unknown. They created a sidekick for those 2 little issues. They had a kid from another Earth show up on their Earth, and they were trying to put him in a superhero costume just to keep his identity secret because he did have abilities. And they gave him the ultra generic name because it only lasted for 3 issues. And turns out that he's actually somebody in a real comic. He grows up to be somebody in a real comic history who's canon to DC, and it is no joke. World's Finest is my favorite read, period. Yeah, dude, it's just good. It's just good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just good. So I picked up a variant for it. Maybe you're referring to Thunder and Lightning. They were in Teen Titans Comics. No, this is the character specifically just to World's Finest. It was created for it. It was like Thunder Boy. It was just something generic that didn't really matter. When it was all said and done, he actually is somebody else who already exists and a big deal character. Here's the variant. Got me with a checker box. I do not know who did this variant. Let me see if it says. Covered by Jim Chung and J. David Ramos. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's foiled out of its mind. I might have to chill the light out for this one. Let's see. That actually makes it worse on my end. I don't know how it looks over there, but look at that. Look at that art on there. That is just gorgeous. Foiled out of its mind. Beautiful artwork showcasing the team gorgeously. And this is it's so gorgeous. I mean, I don't need to put it in a long box and forget I have it until I flip through it years from now. So this is going in the Legion loot for the channel members at the end of the month when we draw like the lucky channel member winner thing. And so that'll be put in there. I had to get it, had to bring it home. So it's going to be going on to a new home after that. But I'll get to live with it for a little bit. I'll get to have it for a while. We'll see. World's Finest is the best jump on book and just enjoy comic. Yeah, absolutely. Is Kenneth here? Kenneth Bird, what is going on, my friend? How are you tonight? Damn it, I need foil. I have issues. Yeah, dude, everyone has issues. I was talking about LCS. There's a foil Hulk 181 coming out tomorrow, and I'm like, man, that looks good. I have the real one, but I'm like, that foil needs to be in my PC too, right? Nice to see Garth before he becomes Tempest. Yeah, and Dick Grayson, Robin, Donna Troy, Wonder Girl. We actually have Wally West's Kid Flash. Going back to some of the OG team, they did do a little swap there. We don't have Beast Boy or Raven in here. We don't have Cyborg. We do have, what is it, Yellow Jacket, Bumblebee, whatever the little tech girl's name is. I don't know why I can't ever remember her name, but she was really cool in there as well. Jim Chung is an amazing artist. His Young Avengers is sweet. Yeah, so everybody start putting hashtag We Are Legion into the chat. That's it for the books for today. We're going to get ready to run this giveaway in a few, but while we do that, here's the big casting announcement that was made today. This is in reference to James Gunn's Superman Legacy. They dropped the news confirming not just 3 major DC characters that will be present in the film, but who will be playing them. And one of them is a huge shocker for me. So the girl on the far left, her name is Isabella Merced. Merced? Isabella Merced. She'll be playing Hawk Girl. So even that photo kind of plays well to it. I can see it. So that'll be our Hawk Girl in the Superman Legacy movie, which in my mind, Hawk Girl kind of gives me hope for the JSA. And if that wasn't enough, we have Eddie Gathegi. I'm terrible with names. I get the next one right, though, I promise. But Eddie or Edie Gathegi will be playing Mr. Terrific. That's right. We have actual Mr. Terrific cast and coming to the silver screen. Big excited for that. So some fair play action going to be going down. And all right, time for me to break Esteban's heart here, because for those that don't know, Nathan Fillion, pictured on the right, been in countless movies, Firefly, the Serenity movie. He was in the new Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been in Slither, one of James Gunn's earliest films. And he's, what is it, Bones? What is that the name of the TV show he's on? He's just been everywhere for decades. One of the biggest things he did for me as a DC Comics fan, he was my Hal Jordan, like Kevin Conroy is many people's Batman. Nathan Fillion is my Hal Jordan. He was the voice actor for Hal Jordan, has been for a long time in a lot of different animated projects. So, even when Ryan Reynolds donned the suit, the computer suit, and did his live action stint, Nathan Fillion was rocking his Hal Jordan back then. Well, Nathan Fillion has now been cast to play Guy Gardner. Castle, there it is, Castle. So Nathan Fillion will be Guy Gardner in the upcoming Superman Legacy. And that's really cool that we're getting a Green Lantern. I can kind of see it. I mean, the Hal Jordan thing for me still would just I know Nathan Fillion's one of the regulars for James Gunn. And if he comes in with I don't know, he's a nice guy. Everything he's in, he's just a lovable kind of guy. So I don't know how they're going to make him Guy Gardner, but he can do it, I guess. We'll see what he does. I love to see some Justice League International. That was such a funny series back in the 1990s. I'm trying so hard not to refer you back to Tom King books, but you should read Tom King's Human Target, 12-issue miniseries with a one-shot in the middle, but it is a Justice League International special. The Human Target himself, Christopher Chance, is investigating the attempted murder of Lex Luthor, and the Justice League International are the prime suspects. So each issue is going through with him looking into a different character from the Justice League International team. It's actually a fantastic read. I bet Taylor Winder liked that one. Where's he at? He's a great actor. Don't forget Hal and John are getting their own projects. We're getting a legit core. So that's where I was going with this. So we have a Green Lantern confirmed for Superman Legacy. We already have the Lanterns that confirmed Hal and John Stewart. So now we're up to 3. We have 3 confirmed Lanterns total now. So it's looking like everything's coming together like butt cheeks. So we'll see how this all works out. Brother John Comics, hope you're doing good this evening, my friend. Hope good luck to everyone who enters the giveaway for tonight. Absolutely appreciate that, Kenneth. Good luck to you as well, Kenneth. If no one's told you this stream, good luck to you. So that was the big casting announcement. That's huge, right? Like, not necessarily who they cast, but these are the characters that are being introduced in Superman Legacy. Now, is this going to be one of those moments where they're like, everybody knows Superman, so let's just put all these other characters in there? How big of a part will they play? Will it interfere with the story? Will it be in a flashback sequence? It's called Superman Legacy. We know he's younger, but it's not an origin story or anything. But I don't know. I don't know. With Hawk Girl and Green Lantern both in it, and with Mr. Terrific in it, you can go any direction you want. Boom. Forgot to have those right out. I just did put a post with those with the first Guy Gardner and the first Mr. Terrific there. That's okay, I guess. Guy Gardner is one of my favorites, more than Hal Jordan. I just always pictured him as Hal Jordan because he did voice him since he was in Firefly. Yeah. Yo, this is James Gunn. Do you think he'll give him the bowl cut? Do you think they'll legit give him the bowl cut for Guy Gardner? Yeah, this is for Superman Legacy. James Gunn is not only directing it, but he's writing it. So I'm a big Green Lantern fan, and some of the people that know me know I've been quietly collecting Green Lantern keys for like the past 2 years, and getting. I've got the first John Stewart, the first Guy Gardner. I don't have the first Hal. That's a ridiculous book, but I'm like always watching and scooping up Green Lantern stuff. Pick that up at Heroes, but I don't know what it is. I like Green Lantern stuff. My kids like it. When my kids are into stuff, that gets me more into stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. The immortal Biggie Shack has returned. What is going on, my friend? How are you tonight? Hope you're doing good. So I'm gonna show off these books we're giving away one more time, and then we'll get ready to spin it. So if anyone pops in who wasn't here, we have this gorgeous variant cover by Kendrick Lynn for Night Terror Zatanna. Gorgeous cover. Fantastic stuff right there. I think this would be good. Gunn loves movies. Yeah, and he posted some stuff how not just the love of movies, but his connection to Superman that kind of bridged him and his father's relationship thing and the anniversary dates of everything happening. So apparently, like, he's super attached to it. Is Superman and Lois going to be axed because I love that series? Absolutely, it's going to be axed. We just finished season 3, which is probably the greatest comic book show finale to a TV show I've ever seen. We are confirmed for 10 episode season 4. We have 10 more episodes for that series, and that'll be it. But today is, I think it was today or yesterday. It was yesterday or today is the 2 years and counting until Superman Legacy releases. Always imagined Wilford Brimley playing Gnort, but now that's impossible. Well, you can get Gnort in. And speaking of Gnort, check out Tom King's Human Target. Season 4 is the last season. I don't think we'll give Guy Gardner a haircut. Maybe it's the most modern look. I'm doing okay. That's good. That's better than bad, right? If you're not doing terrible, horrible, bad, you're doing good. Okay, he's good for me. Don't ruin it, bro. Thanks, Flash. On episode 6 right now. God, it's so good. It is so good. All right, so first off, I said this forever. From the time it aired, I was screaming the praises of Stargirl. I'm a huge JSA guy. Like, that's my jam. I love the Golden Age stuff. I love that wholesome vibe that it has and everything. And I would swear up and down by Stargirl. I did multiple streams on it and everything while it was airing. But it's gotten to the point where it's not even debatable. Superman and Lois is a better quality show. It's not Arrowverse, kind of like how Stargirl stood on its own. It has the same actor that it's that way. I have the same act that way. It is, I promise, because it's not in here. It's not right here. It's got to be that way. Did you check the kitchen table?
Yeah.
Okay. So it has the same actor who plays Superman in the Arrowverse, but this is its own universe. And the style and quality of storytelling, the delivery on everything, it's just second to none. And some of that stuff in Stargirl, I was literally standing up and hollering like I was so excited as it was happening. I'm sitting there teary-eyed when the Crocs died. Like, I was fully invested into it. And Superman and Lois somehow managed with this third season to turn me. Like, I went from saying this is up there with Stargirl to saying this is neck and neck with Stargirl to telling like my buddies like this is actually inched out ahead of Stargirl with that third season. And it wasn't the action, it wasn't the villains, it was just it's the quiet moments out of the Cape that just really lands for Superman. It is insane. I think it would be hilarious though if he has Guy Gardner's hairstyle. I would love it. Yeah, they need to dye it red too. The whole thing. Stargirl was amazing. Superman and Lois is great. But better than the Warrior look he had. Yeah, the weird arm that morphed and everything. I'm looking forward to seeing Doomsday in the next season of Superman and Lois. Big things coming for that show. Big things. Big things. And then the second book that we're giving away is Liam Sharp's variant for Night Terror's Robin. And if you're wondering what's going on, that's actually a baseball bat that's talking. You wait till you read that. It was wild. The Red Hood has a long history with like crowbars and bats and stuff. So, and then we're going to throw in this DC manga sampler that came out this week that shows you the actual little mini story for what's coming on with the DC and manga stuff. And I'm going to have a video. Tomorrow's is not it. So a week from tomorrow, I'm going to have a video on this topic right here, on this topic right there. So for people like Durs here, for people like Tyler from Whack Comics, people like Jonathan, who I just went and saw Mission Impossible with, I have numerous friends, so many friends that tell me that this right here is something I'm missing out on. So I'm going to have a video about it, and we're going to talk about it. Need that manga, bro. So dope. So dope. I get that. I'm down for a panel, Mark. No, sir. You would not want to be there for this. It's going to be a recorded video. It's going to be one of my Wednesday releases. So yesterday was part 2 or 3? Part 2 of my graded comic book collection. Every Monday I'm having a little showcase of my graded comic collection that's going on right now. And if you watch that video series, it gets you a chance. It tells you what's going on in the video to win this Nathan Zerdy Catwoman number 47 CGC 9.8 slab. So if you want to watch those and enter for your chance to win, but I'm not just sitting there like, look at this. I'm showing you these books I have and telling you why I have them. And I'm also using the opportunity to look at some of the tools that we have at our disposal as far as cover price, eBay last sold, go collect. And I'm kind of getting used to those because I have these resources. I pay for cover price. I have Key Collector. I use Key Collector to do a game show here on YouTube. I have cover price and forgot I had it. So I'm using it to get some data and kind of learning it as I'm showing y'all, like my experience. You're seeing my firsthand experience for the first time using this stuff. I'm an Overstreet price guide guy or an eBay last sold guy. So I'm trying to just dip my toes into more of this stuff. Make sure you flip through it right away. Like manga. But yeah, see, we got a lot of manga people, a lot of mangas. One Punch Man and Berserk. I'm familiar. Is it Saitama? I'm familiar with One Punch Man. Me and Pops have watched some of that. I'm assuming that's Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, and Chainsaw Man. My oldest daughter loves Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia. My older brother tortured me with Dragon Ball Z when I get home from school, and Chainsaw Man, I'm just so familiar with the design. So I'm not dumb to this stuff, but just never actually spent time caring about it. Demon Slayer, that's one that's been in like movies and stuff, like in theaters and all that. I know about Hellsing. Trigun. Vampire Hunter D I know about. See, like, y'all remember when Sci-Fi Channel used to have Saturday morning anime? Or was it Saturday night or Saturday morning? Like, I remember Robot Carnival, Vampire Hunter D, like the stuff from like the 90s and all that. Like, I remember that. Like, I love Akira. Probably my favorite anime that I've ever seen in my whole life is this movie called Lily Cat. And I've never seen anyone else who's ever seen it other than Pops. And it's pretty much John Carpenter's The Thing, but in space. It's freaking awesome. It is awesome. So freaking proud of you, bro. Yeah, so Naruto, Bleach, Black Clover, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, FMA. Trev, I can probably tell from your little thing that you would have known a lot. So if Zatanna isn't DC manga, it'll actually be in bad. That's how we get her to talk right way forward. I watch anime, but have read very little. I don't think I could read manga. I don't think I could. It's literally my whole life. You know what I mean? I cut my teeth learning how to read with comics. I don't think I can like switch to backwards now. Brawly the Uncrowned. Goat. 80s dude. Ghost in a Shell. Yeah, I used to. Yes, Scarlett Johansson. Ghost in a Shell. Exactly. I used to watch Anna Monday in some cable channel. That had to be the Sci-Fi Channel thing, but yeah, we would record some of those. Like that. Lily Cat's hard to find. Studio Ghibli stuff is almost all. I've watched every single one of those. I was watching Studio Ghibli stuff as a kid, so I don't even consider that anime. That's just like kids' movies. But yeah, like I grew up with My Neighbor Totoro. I had it on VHS and everything. I watched Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Porco Rosso, Ponyo. I watched all those numerous times. It's because my oldest daughter, again, big anime fan, she wanted to go through all of them, and so now we watched a bunch of them. What is the one that begins with an N? Like, and that's also like a big giant like worm looking thing. I forget what that one's called. Toonami is what birthed anime fandom. Old school anime is my jam, but there is a lot of anime manga. Spy Family's great. All right, I'm gonna get caught up on this. Let's do this giveaway. 2 Japanese friends made me watch DBZ in the 80s and translated it for me. Golly, that's the true definition of a friend. That is the true definition of a friend right there. Can you imagine, like, just every 3 seconds pausing the TV and telling your friend what they just said? That Superman anime wasn't horrible, just different. Very different. And it definitely wasn't horrible. Take a little bit of getting used to, but they pulled a fast one on me. I just got done seeing that whole Task Force X Suicide Squad anime show coming. I'm like, I don't like anime, and now I'm about to have to watch a Suicide Squad anime. I'm not missing Suicide Squad content. I'm not doing it. I love the squad. And then at the end of episode 2 of that Superman anime, bring in Amanda Waller and Task Force X. Really? So there it is. Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. Yep, there it is. Thank you, E-Man. That's another good one. But again, I don't consider Studio Ghibli anime. That's Japanese animated cartoons, sure, but I'm thinking of like anime. You get me? You get me? You used to watch Headmaster Transgressions. Don't know that one. Anime taking over. Yeah, it has. Thank you, TJ. Thank you for catching me. Let's do this. Let me share this video because y'all are talking and it's keeping me going. Oh, y'all trapped me with your anime. We got 34 entries as of right now. We have 35 watching. That's not bad. Everybody put in hashtag We Are Legion if you didn't already. Transformers, I mean Chinese abridged. Yeah, dude, for those that don't know, I'm getting balls deep in Transformers, baby. I've got like issue 1 through 50 almost complete. I've got issue 1 through 43 unbroken. I'm only missing a couple there. So I finished reading the first 4 a couple of nights ago. I'm going to try to read issue 5 tonight because I had to pause for the calls and read through that stack of DC books, which I was able to do all today. So I'm going to read that. There's 2 that I showed you I hadn't read yet. Danger Street and Lost here when I hop off here. And then I'm going to dive right back into Transformers until next Tuesday. But I'm trying to burn through this Transformers run. I have till October to read all of Volume 1. My man Izzy sent me a ton of awesome stuff, miniseries and stuff from the IDW era to jump into. So I've got plenty of Transformer stuff. I went to my LCS today looking to see if they had a short box of Transformer style stuff. Because when I'm actively hunting something, I like to keep it in a short box and keep it out so that I can... Why'd you run off? You want this back? It's already open. You hand me a unicorn cake to open, you run away. It takes half a second to open. All right, here you go. You got one little piece of trash right here for the trash can. Enjoy. Cool. Master Force Transformers is my favorite Transformer series. Yeah, but I'm going balls deep in Transformers. I'm doing it. I got an amazing package to open for YouTube Short, and it's going to be content. But I ordered something from Japan. It wasn't available in the United States, but I ordered something from Japan a few weeks back. I hadn't told nobody. I told J-Man over on J-Man's channel, but I don't think it was just like him, his panel guest, and myself there at the time. But I cannot wait to open it. It just showed up today, so I want to open it tonight, but my eyes are like burning and stuff. So this bad boy came all the way from the island nation of Japan. Has Hotshot ever been in Transformers movie? Hotshot? Hot Rod? Hot Rod has. I don't know about Hotshot, but Hot Rod was in Transformers the last night, and I stopped the time. I love it. I love the Transformer movies. Unicorn Cake sounds good. For those that don't know, Transformers Rise of the Beast is available to buy at home right now. You can go get it off of YouTube, Vudu, wherever you buy your movies, Amazon, whatever. You go buy it, watch it. Me and Finn stayed up past 12 midnight last night to buy it. We laid down and fell asleep watching it. We woke up this morning watching it. So probably go read these books while we watch it in the other room. I absolutely loved it. Transformers Rise of the Beast has been my little superhero genre movie of the year so far. It was great. Loved it. Y'all ready to spin this thing? Let's spin it and let's get out of here. Lots of great Marvel Transformers stories. My favorite story was what does that say? Underbase Saga, issue 47 through 50. You had to name the issues I was missing. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Tony. Hotshot was from Transformers RID from the 2000s mark. What is RID? What is RID? But I'm doing a panel next month at a con with some Transformer voice actors. You're doing the panel for them, like hosting it? That's fantastic. Hit me with RID, Dr. Von Hoot. You can't shorthand the comic stuff. You know I don't know. Robots in Disguise. Okay, so that was IDW. If it was 2000, it has to be. So yeah, so I've been a mark. I am the target audience for Michael Bay Transformer stuff. So I decided after Rise of the Beast to finally, I've collected comics my whole life. I've liked these Transformer movies since they started them. So I decided to dive into the comics. So I'm a noob. I'm an absolute noob to anything Transformers outside of the Michael Bay verse. Cartoon. All right, nice. It was a Japanese TV cartoon. Awesome. From the Unicron trilogy, not Robots in Disguise. Oh my gosh, there's about to be a fight. Let's spin this bad boy. So as always, this is free shipping to the continental United States. Hell, I'll ship to Hawaii and Alaska for free. All 50 states get free shipping if you win. If you are outside of the United States, you got to hit me up about shipping. I'll cover some of the costs, but you're going to have to hit me up. If you are a channel member, worldwide free shipping always. That's just the way it goes. So let's spin this bad boy. Last chance with hashtag We Are Legion 36 entered. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for coming and hanging out and talking with me, guys. I really enjoyed it. I kind of like doing it this time slot. This worked out fun. Had a great crowd in here tonight. Las Cruces wins again. Very awesome. I just sent him tracking information today. Send it to him today. My man is piling up Night Terror books. That's awesome. I sent him 3 Night Terror books today from last week, and now you got 2 more to add to the list. You need more water? You want it super cold?
Yeah.
You want it
super cold.
So we got to put the ice in it.
Super cold.
Refrigerator, well, then we got to shake it. That's the super duper. You want to do that?
No, I just want you to put a bunch of ice in it to make it super duper cold.
We can do that.
Like super.
We can definitely do that. So guys, thank y'all again. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Consider joining, becoming a channel member. Check out the video from yesterday and the one that's coming tomorrow. 2, 1. Okay, so I'm going to go get her some super duper cold water. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion. Working on DJ's piece now.
Throw it on the pile. We need another throw it on the pile.
So we'll have the Optimus Primal and the Optimus Prime.